guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ruby Tufty. It is very great to meet you. Before we start this video, I want to let you know I'm 23. Totally legal. Totally legal. Don't even come at me. Oh my god. It is day fucking 8. Excuse my language. Oh my gosh, it is like day 8 of quarantine. I'm going insane. I'm going absolutely bonkers. I am off my rockers. I selected anything to do, film a YouTube video about why I'm not a vegan anymore. Okay, disclaimer, I'm still vegan. So this past weekend I went to North Carolina with my dear friend and roommate. We'll call her Vanessa. You knew it would be funny. It's literally the day she's gonna leave. She has like an old childhood friend. We'll call him Marvin. So Marvin lives in North Carolina. He used to live here in Minnesota, but he moved there because he joined the Marines. So Vanessa is going to North Carolina to see her friend Marvin, and the day of, I'm hanging out with her and she's like, help me pack. Her friend, she like FaceTimes a lot of people, and she was FaceTiming her friend and she was showing him the outside of our house. My car is parked. It was parked outside of our house. Long story short, the friend ends up wanting to buy my car and he's on his way to come look at it and see if he wants to buy it. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon. Vanessa's packing. Okay, her name is Vanessa. That's why it was funny that I'm calling her Vanessa. So Vanessa's packing and I'm like pacing around her room and I'm like, if this dude, cause she asked me if I wanted to come. Well, a few days prior, she asked me if I wanted to come because we were hanging out and like she was Snapchatting her friend, and then I ended up Snapchatting like his friend, Marvin's friend, and I was like trying to like sauce him to buy me a flight to go to North Carolina with Vanessa. And he was like, no, I'll just buy your dinner and drinks. Like, you can fly your ass to North Carolina, you grown ass adult. And I was like, delete. We go to North Carolina. You're probably wondering, how does this equate to me not being vegan? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. A day passes, 2 days pass, Vanessa's going, I'm packing, and the friend is coming to look at my car, and he decides to look at my car, and I'm like, Vanessa, if he buys it, I'm going. We're both going to North Carolina. I'll buy my flight. It's COVID-19, baby, but I'm gonna go get my whole ass infected, and you know, we gonna turn up. He ends up buying my car and I'm going to North Carolina, baby. I end up going there, and on the trip I'm like, there's no way I can be a vegan. Like, Vanessa she does not understand veganism at all. And then like, I'm not like gonna make her friend who's hosting us like bend around my diet. So I'm like, meat eater, bitch. Omnivore status. So the first thing I ate is a non-vegan with some orange chicken and sweet and sour chicken with the noodles from Panda Express. We fly from Minneapolis to Denver, so we're hanging out in Denver, eating some Chinese food. It's 7 p.m. at night, so I'm eating a chicken. We're hanging out in the Denver airport, and then we're like, okay, like, it's time to board our connecting flight to North Carolina. So we board that thing at midnight Denver time. I get to North Carolina at 5:30 a.m. North Carolina time, and her friend is here to pick us up. Guys, you guys, this guy who picked us up, like, she had shown me a picture of Marvin. She had showed me a picture, but I was not prepared for like how attractive this man was. So we walk out to this car and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? So we get in this car. It's an hour drive back to his house, and you know, we're whipping it, hitting it, flipping it, chilling it, kicking it, waving it, what? And anyway, he's like, yeah, I went to I picked you guys up some snacks, just some, you know, 5:30 a.m. snacks. You know what I ate? Something I never eat, red dye. All the red dye, 6, 11, 7. I don't fuck with any red dye. Swedish fish, no. Gummy bears, no. I don't fuck with this red dye. But he was like, I got y'all some Funyuns. And I'm like, I'll fuck with some Funyuns, because in 6th grade, we used to go hard. I remember at lunchtime, Funyuns were the snack. So I was like, let me see your Funyuns, boy. They're flaming hot Funyuns. These shit were red like Cheetos. So I'm like, sure, I'll eat Funyuns. I'm a quirky girl. I'm a cool girl. I'll eat some Funyuns with all this red dye. I think they had milk product in it or they were vegan. I honestly didn't check. I didn't check like a single nutrition label that weekend. Move along. Now we're at Marvin's house and it's probably like 7 in the morning and we decide to make some eggs. And I'm like, sure, I'll eat eggs. Like, why not? I haven't eaten chicken embryos in years, but you know what? When in North Carolina, like when in Rome. Scramble up 9 eggs. Literally, he makes me cook them. And I'm like, y'all are stupid. You literally having the vegan cook the scrambled eggs, but it's fine because the boys I babysit, I make them scrambled eggs. So, you know, I got a few tricks up my sleeve. So we eat some eggs and I'm eating these eggs and I just felt so wrong eating these eggs. It's so weird because the only thing that keeps you from being vegan is your self-will. Like even right now I could just go eat some eggs. Do I want to? No. Can I? Yes. And that's a really trippy feeling. So we ate some eggs and we were sleeping and up and sleeping and up and sleeping and up. The whole day was just really random the first day we got there. Also with COVID-19, everything's closed, so we can't really go anywhere or do anything because everything's closed. All restaurants are to go only. We can't like go get dinner. We can't hang out at a bar. We can't really do much. They're napping. Once I'm up in the morning, I'm up for hours. So I just decided to go on a walk and I went on a walk and it was nice and we came back. Okay, fast forward, what was the next non-vegan thing I ate? I think I got Chipotle that night, honestly, but the Chipotle in North Carolina was the saltiest Chipotle ever. Hey, I'm really spoiled because the Chipotle down the street from my house is the absolute best Chipotle I could ever eat at. I don't know what they do, but I've been saying it. I've lived here for 3 years. In the 3 years I've been eating this Chipotle, I've never had a Chipotle come close. Or like, there's been a few that have been like bomb Chipotle, but the most smack daddy, like the most over the top, the most like Chipotle is the Chipotle in Stadium Village. If you're from Minnesota, the Twin Cities, go to Stadium Village and eat their Chipotle because it's smack daddy. Chipotle, I literally couldn't finish it. I was chugging water bottles. Like I'm an eater. Like if I'm choosing to eat, I can put it down, especially if I'm hungry, and I was decently hungry. I had only eaten some eggs and like a snack. I really don't even remember. And the salty ass Chipotle just did not hit. We went to a party. This is more of a story time on my weekend, more or less, if I'm not vegan. I'm just really just super bored and wanted to make a video. So I'm sorry if this is the content you're getting and this isn't what you wanted, but not everybody's purpose. Okay, so we go to this party and they're literally, if you know like what Jungle Juice is or Caribou Lou or like Trash Can Punch, that's what we had. Just some random ass vodka and juice combination with fruit, and we were calling this shit COVID punch. There wasn't like a ladle for it, which like I wouldn't even expect. It's just in this large cooler and you're taking your cups and you're dunking it in and you're getting cups of this alcoholic beverage that we're calling literally COVID punch.
Staying safe and healthy. Yum.
But then the razzle dazzle, the firecracker on top, like the sprinkles, prinkles, like people are just, so there's oranges and pineapple for flavoring and like ambiance or garnish, whatever the fuck you want to call it. People are just manhandling these fucking pieces of oranges and pineapple and just like and eating them, and I'm like, we're all dying, we're all dying, we're all dying. And these are military people. Like everyone at this party is like in the Army, in the Air Force, in the military, in the Marines. They're in some line of business, like military business. So you know these motherfuckers be just out and about at base and camp and touching everything and touching things that have been exported and imported and coming and going and like just very highly produced. So you know their hands are all corona-y because they be touching the whole fucking crunchy with them. So they get these fruits out of the punch and eating them, but you know what? It's fine because the punch was alcoholic and alcohol kills germs, so we're not even worrying about it. I drank all this COVID punch, and then there were gummy bears made with Everclear. I'm pretty sure they were made with Everclear because there's a bottle of Everclear sitting right next to the gummy bears. And these gummy bears were like so disgusting, but you know, like you're eating them because you're just trying to get drunk. You're trying to have a good time with all these unfamiliar military North Carolinians that you don't even fucking know. And so anyway, you guys, at this party, and this boy Marvin, I'm like kind of feeling him. I can't even lie. We hooked up earlier in the day, and there was this girl Morgan there, and she was cute, like cute, but she was not like cute. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I'm not a threat. I'm still sitting there like I'm the hottest girl at the party. It's fine, it's cool, it's chill. And I get the word she's trying to hook up with this boy Marvin, and I'm like, Morgan, you're not trying to hook up with this boy Marvin. And so I had to tell her, I was like, yeah, well, I hooked up with him this morning, so like maybe you should like back off because I'm trying to like get on him. And so anyway, this blows up in my face because Marvin gets mad at me for cock blocking him, and I didn't have the balls to tell him I was just cock blocking him because like I wanted his cock. But is that inappropriate to say on YouTube, and am I gonna get demonetized? Doesn't matter because I'm not even monetized anymore. They demonetized me. Anyway, we're at this party and Marvin's mad at me, and like Morgan's trying to get in. I'm an issue. I don't even know what's happening. So I just decide to leave the party, and I'm like, I can't handle this. I got to go. And like all these fines men's was chomping on me, and I just like didn't even take the opportunity, and like I got invited to this after party and I didn't even go because I was like, I gotta go be productive. If I get like upset, you'll see me go into work mode. I will be like, huh? What's the time? What's that? Where's my day organizer? What did Siri say? What are my reminders? Where do I have to go? What do I need to do? A business call at 7? What emails? La 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 la. I really get into this mode of like, I gotta go do something because I'm so fucking important. And I'm like, I gotta leave this party, and I'm walking away, and all these bitches are yelling at me like, Ruby, goodbye. You didn't even say goodbye. And I'm like, you beautiful people. I'll never see you again, but it was a great 3 hours we shared together and all of that. So I go home. And then the next day we went to the pier, and you know what we ate on the pier? B-dubs. We got B-dubs. I had 10 boneless chicken wings, and you know what? They were actually really fire. They kind of upset my stomach. I don't know if I'm out of breath. So I eat this B-dubs, and it was fine. And I mainly wanted B-dubs because I used to eat there all the time. I used to fuck with it on a spiritual level. It actually low-key kind of smacked. I still got my blue cheese. They gave me a ranch though, and I never had the ranch. The ranch was decent, not as good as blue cheese. It was actually really good. But you know, I don't fuck with dairy, so like it was bad. It was Marvin's birthday. It was his 20th birthday, so I was like, obviously we have to bake you a cake. I'm like a little baker girl, and I'm like also still trying to get on this dick this whole weekend, so I'm just trying to be like extra soup and like super cute and like housewifey, you know, because I'm really just trying to get with this man. So even though he was not feeling it anymore after I had locked him, but you know, I was still gonna try for me. I was gonna do it for the team, for the 8 team. So I baked him this cake, and it turned out really cute, and I fucking piped happy 26th birthday on it like a mediocre bitch, but that shit looked good because I had never piped anything before, and we were all impressed. And this cake upset my stomach so badly. The dairy, I think this was my first dairy encounter. I think it was like, cause they had gotten DQ on the drive home from the beach, but I knew I couldn't have the DQ. I was like, the DQ is pointless because this whole time I'm eating bad, I'm still trying to cut weight. So I'm only eating like 2 meals a day. So my calories aren't going any higher than like 1700 calories, but I don't even know how much they were because this non-vegan food is way more caloric than my normal vegan food. So I'm just trying to not eat a lot, but we ate this cake, and this cake like rumbled my stomach. I could tell that shit had dairy in it. I could tell it was not for me. I said, oh, nah, nah. La la la. The cake was not good, and then that was the last night we stayed there. We took a few more shots, and then we went to bed, and we woke up at like 3 a.m. and Marvin took us to the the airport for our 7 a.m. flight. And then when we flew from North Carolina back to Denver, because you know we had that connecting flight twice, we had Morley and Panda Express, but I chose a really healthy option, and instead of getting the noodles, the lo mein, I got steamed broccoli with a little bit of sweet and sour chicken, and that was the last non-vegan thing I ate. And then I came home, and the next day I came home and I had apples with peanut butter and mangoes with cayenne. The cayenne was to help with anti-inflammatory, and then the next day I ate so healthy and so good, and I felt amazing. So the moral of this story time, this drunken story time, was vegan food makes you feel really good, processed food makes you feel like shit, and if you want a guy, just be very vocal and direct. Okay, my beautiful children, that was today's video, my drunken mess of a story time about my little trip to North Carolina. I hope you liked it. I hope you're not also going insane. You probably are, but I'm going insane, you guys. It's literally 6 p.m. It's 5:52 p.m. and I'm basically hammered. Like, I'm very under the influence of alcohol right now. Very perfectly legal. Do not demonetize me unless it was for all that cursing. So it's very purposely legal, but I'm so bored that I'm literally just drinking and chilling. And I set up a little desk over there, so I was doing some YouTube videos. In my last YouTube video, I just said fuck it, and I just uploaded that shit like 25% of the way edited. I did not edit it enough. And then my personal training exam got canceled, and I can just reschedule it whenever I feel ready, and I can't do that until the testing site's open, so it's gonna be at least a month. So now I have this like extra month for this exam, and I feel prepared for it now, and I can't stop studying, otherwise I'm gonna forget shit. So I just have to practice every day to be a trainer, but I don't have a deadline, so like I'm not like influenced to learn about training. I'm influenced to drink alcohol. So anyway, I love you so much. My name is Ruby Tufty. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Join the gang. Join the gang, because you know we out here fucking flexing and shit, even though the gyms are closed. And I'm gonna just drink more water and sober up a little bit and have a wonderful afternoon. But I love you, and follow my Snapchat and my Twitter at Ruby Tufty, and you know, stay looking cute, cause I know you are, boo. Toodles!